This is Proverbs 1 and 5. And it reads, a wise man will hear and will increase learning, and a man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsels, giving all praise, honor, and infinite glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash. Double honors unto the head apostles of Great Millstone, who do rule well and teach well with sound doctrine. Shalom unto the elders and the elder bishops, a Great Millstone as well. Peace, love, salutations, and blessings unto the hopeful elect, and a hearty shalom to the sincere brethren doing the work in truth and sincerity, spread across the four winds of the earth and giving diligence to make their calling and election sure. Shalom, shalom. So just wanted to jump into a lesson. A few precepts came to mind as I was watching lessons earlier today. Adon Rathazah, Yahweh Rathazah. This lesson is edifying. So we'll start out in the book of Proverbs, the first chapter, and we'll read verses 1 through 5. Proverbs 1 and 1. The Proverbs of Solomon, the son of David, king of Israel. And Solomon was the wisest king that ever walked the face of the earth. Solomon being Yahweh Shai in the reincarnation, if you can receive it. Proverbs 1 and 2. To know wisdom and instruction, to perceive the words of understanding. And it was said in the scriptures, Jeremiah 3 and 15, I will give you pastors according to my heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and wisdom, and understanding, roughly paraphrasing, let's just get that. Because Yahweh Bashim Shai has set men over the church to feed you with the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the scriptures, also to guide you in the ministry and to be an example to the flock. And those men are the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, whether you can receive it or not. This is Jeremiah 3 and 15. And it reads, and I will give you pastors according to mine heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. They'll also rebuke you, if you're going off, exhort you to keep on doing the works of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, exhort you to grow. And you're not going to be, right all the time, man. You're going to have to be corrected. You're going to have to be instructed. And those men are set up to give you instruction on how to do and forward the ministry. Proverbs 1 and 2, to know wisdom and instruction, to perceive the words of understanding. And you're able to perceive the words of understanding through the gift of faith, through Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai opens up your understanding so you can see. You get the eye salving so you can hear, you can perceive, and so you can discern. Proverbs 1 and 3, to receive the instruction of wisdom, justice, and judgment, and equity. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai made us a nation of kings and priests, right? Well, justice is coming to our enemy, and judgment. We just have to be patient. Proverbs 1 and 4, to receive the instruction of wisdom, justice, and judgment, and equity. Let's go into equity real quick. The Webster definition of equity. Let's look at the Google definition first. And it reads, the quality of being fair and impartial, the value and shares issued by a company. Yep. Let's go to the Webster definition. Justice according to natural law or right. Freedom from bias or favoritism. Let's get right here, this point. A right, claim, or interest existing or valid in equity. The common stock of a corporation. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai has given us talents, to be traded and to be increased, and at the end we're going to be able to trade those talents in for, riches, in the kingdom of heaven. You know, we're able to cash in our spiritual bank accounts. Let's go into this in the blue letter. And it goes into, let's just get the word equity real quick. It's Strong's H 4339.
Strong's H 4339. Meshar.
And it goes into evenness, uprightness, straightness, equity. Uprightness, equity. Let's get this second one right here. Yashar, the root word. Strong's H 3474.
Strong's H 3474. Yasher.
Yep. And it sort of sounds like your share, your share in the corporation, because, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahshai, through the gift of faith, and, through Yahweh Shem Yahshai giving every single man his set measure, we have shares in the corporation, those talents, the treasure in earthen vessels. And it reads, prosperous, direct, to make straight, be upright, to be pleasing, be agreeable, be fit, to make right, make smooth, make straight, to lead, direct, lead straight along. And that's the responsibility that the elders were given, to the flock. And when you get rebuked, you get corrected, take it on the chin, man. It's for your growth. You were brought into this truth to be refined because you didn't have all the answers, man. And you still don't have all the answers. We learn every day, man. Proverbs 1:4, and it reads, to give subtlety to the simple, to the young man knowledge and discretion. And we enter into this thing as babes and, slowly grow thereby, This is Proverbs 1:5. A wise man will hear and will increase learning, and a man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsels. A man of understanding, Yahweh Shem Yahshai is dealing with the men. Revelation 23, 21 and 3. The tabernacle of Yahweh Shem Yahshai is with men. Let's just get that real quick. Revelation 21 and 3. And it reads, this is the KJV right here. Let's get it right here. KJV. And it reads, and I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of the Most High is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and the Most High himself shall be with them and be their power. So Yahweh Shem Yahshai is dealing with the men, Going back to the law, set a man over the congregation. The book of Numbers, I believe it's the 27th chapter. Came out in last night's lesson. Back to the point. Right here, Proverbs 1:5. Let's just grab that again. A wise man will hear and will increase learning. That sort of reminds me of Daniel 12 and 10. None of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand. A wise man will hear and will increase learning, and a man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsels. Let's go into this word, wise counsels. Slakia. My phone It's got a mind of its own as of late. This is Strong's H 8458. And it reads, let's let the dude say it.
Strong's H 8458. Tach Buloth. Tach Buloth. And second entry. Tach Buloth. Tach Buloth.
And it goes into discretion, counsel, guidance, good advice. Wise counsel, discretion, guidance, counsel, good or wise counsel. And if you go into the Strong's definitions, it goes into a plan, good advice, guidance, And that's what the apostles are. They're our spiritual guides, man. Our spiritual fathers as well, to guide us along the way, It reminds me of a precept. Just Google it. This is Proverbs 22:6, and it reads, "Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it." And when we come into this truth, we come in as newborn babes. We have to be, reconditioned, and we have to throw everything away that we learn because we come into this thing knowing nothing, And we grow, day by day, starting with the milk. Proverbs 22:6, and it reads, "Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it." Also, Sirach 30:3, and it reads, "He that teacheth his son grieveth the enemy, and before his friends he shall rejoice of him." And you can apply both of these scriptures doublefold, to your actual child, your actual seed, your seed line. Also, your spiritual father's guiding you, man. Yahweh Shema Shai set the elders over us so they can guide us, and keep us in the way, And rebuke is a part of, our culture, man. It's a part of, who we are, man. You're going to get rebuked, man. Correction, is needed, man. Rebuke, reprove with all long suffering and doctrine. It's a part of, this walk is you're going to get rebuked, man. You're not going to always be right, A lot of times, when you're getting rebuked, you're going to realize and see that you were dead wrong, man. And that's a part of growth. Taking it on the chin and correcting what was, not right. It includes lessons, every now and then, you may have a brother who gets corrected on doctrine, the way you hold camp, your mannerisms among the brotherhood, so on and so forth, man. This is 1 Peter 5:2, and it reads, "Feed the flock of the Most High, which is among you, taking the oversight thereof, not being constrained, but willingly, not for filthy lucre, but of a ready mind." I'm going to read it again. 1 Peter 5:2, and it reads, "Feed the flock of the Most High, which is among you." Feed the sheep, That's what Yahweh Shai told Peter 3 times, 3 being the number of understanding. Feed the flock of the Most High, which is among you. If you love me, feed my sheep. Taking the oversight thereof, not by constraint, but willingly. This thing has to be in you, not on you. Not for filthy lucre, but of a ready mind. Let's go into this word for oversight. And I don't want this to be too long, Just wanted to break out a few precepts, and Adon Rathazah, Yahweh Rathazah, you get edified by this lesson. But, the Spirit sometimes it'll cause other precepts to come out. But Lord's will, this isn't a long, drawn-out lesson, But this is Strong's G, 1983. I'll let him say it.
Strong's G, 1983, Episcopeo. Episcopeo.
And it goes into oversee. By implication, to beware, look diligently. Take the oversight, look diligently. Take the oversight. To look upon, inspect, oversee. Look after, care for. I have set watchmen upon thy walls, which shall never hold their peace day or night. And it goes into care for, of the care of the church, which rested upon the elders. To look carefully, beware, And when the elders get on you, it's not just because, they wake up, just wanting to get on a brother, man. They see something that you could be doing better, or they may see something in you that you don't see in yourself, And it's going to take that rebuke for you to be purged out of whatever type of, spirits that you have on you that's causing you to not reach your full potential, It may be a lazy demon, You may actually have, a number of things that, you could not be doing correctly, And they're doing it out of love. This is Proverbs 27:5, and it reads, open rebuke is better than secret love. So open rebuke, that's the way things were done back in the day, Yahweh Shem Shai said, what was that said? Where's that said at? Not spoken in secret. I think it's Isaiah 47. I want to say it's 15. It might be 57. Let's just Google it. I want to say it's 57. Let's try 57 real quick. Let's just try it. Oh, Slakia. Come on, phone. Slakia from my phone. It's been having a mind of its own lately. No, it's in the book of Isaiah. Isaiah 48:16. Salakia. And it reads, come ye, come ye, come ye, come ye near unto me. Hear ye this. I have not spoken in secret from the beginning, from the time that it was, there am I. And now the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai power and his spirit has sent me. And Yahweh Shem Shai didn't, creep us out the back door when he, delivered us out of ancient Egypt. He did it with a splash. He's not going to correct you, through the apostles, through some type of, whispering in secret. He's going to do it openly. It may come out harsh. Brothers may say certain things that may rub you, in a way to where, you may get a few jabs thrown at you, man. Put it like that. But it's all to correct you, man. It's all to refine you, to make you into that fine gold, Because we come into this thing, because we need to be refined, man. Once again, we need to be made into that fine gold, and to be brought through that fire, our trials and tribulations that we have to go through. And part of it is being corrected. Part of it, is examining yourself, and bettering yourself, man. It's not just about, doing the videos all the time, which is a major part of what we do, but a lot of it is working on yourself, better yet, to say it in a better way, But enough of me rambling. Let's go into the book of Proverbs, the 27th chapter and the 23rd verse, and it reads, be thou diligent to know the state of thy flocks, and look well to thy herds. Another duty that we have, to feed the sheep, and be diligent in the Father's business, not slothful in business. That's Romans, the 12th chapter, I believe. Romans 12. I think it's about the 11th verse. Yep. Romans 12 is Romans 12 and 11. Slack it. And it reads, I'll get 10. And it reads, be kindly affection one to another with brotherly love and honor, preferring one another. And, sometimes brotherly love is going to come out in the form of rebuke, correction. Hey, brother, brother's going to pull you to the side, have a few words with you. Brothers may check on you, man, call you, see how you doing, man, so on and so forth. Romans 12 and 11, and it reads, not slothful in business, fervent in spirit, serving Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Not slothful in business, man. We're employed by the powers of the heavens and the earth, the king of the universe, man. Powers that you don't want to be playing around with, especially with the judgment that's coming to Babylon the Great. This is 2 Corinthians 13:5, and it reads, examine yourselves whether ye be in the faith. Self-examination. It's a big part of this thing, man. Examine yourselves whether ye be in the faith. Prove your own selves. Know ye not your own selves how that Yahushua HaMashiach is in you, except ye be reprobates. And some of the correction that you're going to get is from men who are able to see things that you don't see. Some of it's going to come from you looking in the mirror and realizing, okay, yeah, that's off. I need to stop doing that. I need to stop doing this, so on and so forth. That's all a part of you growing, man. You don't want to be stuck in the same level you were, 9 months ago, man. You want to be growing in this thing. This is the last set of precepts. And I don't really have a title for this lesson. Just some precepts came to mind, and Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, bless me to put something together, and call on Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai for the Spirit to do this lesson. This is Jeremiah 6:27, and it reads, I have set thee for a tower and a fortress among my people. And that reminds me of a few different precepts. Let's go to Habakkuk 2:1, and it reads, I was sent upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. Also Ezekiel 3:17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman into the house of Israel. Therefore, hear the word at my mouth, and give them warning from me. That also reminds me of the book of Proverbs, the 1st chapter, which came out earlier in this lesson. You say, hear the words at my mouth. The prophets, And it goes into, a wise man will hear and will increase learning. Part of that is, being corrected. It's not just, the law of the prophets and prophecy all the time, which is a huge part of the doctrine, but growth, growing in understanding, being more brotherly, realizing that you ain't got it all, realizing that, you need to grow in certain areas, man. That's hearing instruction, man. A wise man will hear and will increase learning, and a man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsels. This is Jeremiah 6:27 again, and it reads, I have set thee for a tower and a fortress among my people, that thou mayest know and try their ways. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable of men in the furnace of adversity. I will make a man more precious than fine gold. First off, to be made into fine gold, you're going to be tried. You're going to be brought through, whatever you have to go through to be refined. Jeremiah 6:28, and it reads, they are all grievous revolters, walking with slanders. They are brass and iron. They are all corrupters. And Yahweh Shem Yahshai, he's so cold, he's going to make even the 2/3 in the gold. You know, they're going to have to be brought through the other fiery furnace of affliction, which is the ICBM missiles, man. You know, that's how cold the Lord is, man. You know, he's going to make you gold, whether you want to be gold or not, man. You know, on the left hand or on the right hand side. You know, that's how cold the Lord is, man. You know, this is Jeremiah 6:28, and it reads, "They are all grievous revolters, walking with slanders. They are brass and iron." And that reminds me of Ezekiel, the 22nd chapter, you know, that dross. Yahweh Shemashah is going to make you gold whether you want to be gold or not, man. How you like that? They are all corrupters. Jeremiah 6:29, and it reads, "The bellows are burned, the lead is consumed of the fire." That dross. "The founder melteth in vain, for the wicked are not plucked away." They're not plucked out of that fire, man. You know, they're going to sit there, and Yahweh Shemashah is going to melt you, man. Let's just get it. You know, this is Ezekiel 22. Slakia. Ezekiel 22. Since I'm bringing it up, let's just get it. Ezekiel 22:18, and it reads, "Son of man, the house of Israel is to me become dross. They are brass, tin, and iron, and lead in the midst of the furnace. They are even the dross of silver." Which goes into the next precept, Jeremiah 6:30, and it reads, "Reprobate silver shall men call them, because the Lord Yahweh Shemashai hath rejected them." Jeremiah 6:29 again from the top, "The bellows are burned, the lead is consumed of the fire, the founder melteth in vain." This reminds me of another precept. Slack if I'm a little all over the place, but hey, Kalam La Yahweh Shemashai. This is 2nd Ezra 9:22, and it reads, let the multitude perish then which was born in vain. Let my grape be kept, and my plant, for with great labor have I made it perfect. And that grape and that plant is talking about the elect. The multitude that was born in vain, that's talking about the 2/3 are going to be made dross, just to be refined into fine gold in the kingdom, man. You know? The heathen nations, you're just through. You're out of there, man. You know? Your name is Toby. Backs, you know, getting cracked all day with the whip, you know, except for the Shabbat. You know? 2nd Ezra 9:22, and it reads, let the multitude perish then which was born in vain, and let my grape be kept, and my plant, for with great labor have I made it perfect. Perfect. When gold is refined and perfect, you can see your image, you know? This is Ezekiel 22:18, and it reads, Son of man, the house of Israel is to me become dross. They are brass. I'm going to read again from the top. I got a little excited. This is exciting to me right now. This is Ezekiel 22:18. Son of man, the house of Israel is to me become dross. They are brass and tin and iron and lead in the midst of the furnace. They are even the dross of silver. What happens to them? Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshai, because ye are all become dross, behold, therefore I will gather you in the midst of Jerusalem, a people before it's a place. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, Seminole Indians, and Haitians. Jake, the seed of Jacob. Ezekiel 22:20, as they gather silver and brass and iron and lead and tin in the midst of the furnace to blow the fire upon it, to melt it, so will I gather you in mine anger and in my fury, and I will leave you there and melt you. That's a cold precept. And that's how cold the Lord is, man. You know, he's going to melt you to make you that fine gold, you know, whether you want to become gold or not. Also, on the right-hand side, he's going to, you know, melt all our impurities out of us to make us gold, so we don't have to go through that fiery furnace of affliction. The left, on the other hand of judgment, better yet, you know, the ICBM fiery furnace of affliction. We're being brought through the other fiery furnace of affliction, being tried, Esau, Edom coming up to the camps, bugging out, you know, scoffers, mockers on the comment boards, being corrected, being rejected, family members disowning us and so on and so forth, you know, the other fiery furnace, what you have to go through in this walk, the bitter part of the scriptures, But this is Jeremiah 6:30. Let's get that word. Let's get this precept in 30 again. And it says, the bellows are burned, the lead is consumed of the fire, the founder melteth in vain, for the wicked are not plucked away. Out of that fiery furnace of affliction that the 2/3 have to go through. The missiles, the nuclear heat, the chariot fire. Jeremiah 6:30, and it reads, reprobate silver shall men call them. Reprobate silver, because the Lord Yahweh Bashim Shai had projected them. That pretty much speaks for itself, but let's go into reprobate real quick. And it goes into, this is Strong's H 3988.
Strong's H 3988. My ass. My ass.
That's pretty interesting. It's said like that,
Strong's H 3988. My ass. My ass.
That's what the 2/3, are saying to themselves. That's my ass, that's your ass, And it is, in that fire to be made into fine gold. And it reads, reject, reprobate, utterly vile person, melt away. Woo! I didn't even see that one when I looked this up. Yeah, that matches perfectly with Ezekiel, the 22nd chapter, despise, refuse, reject, abhor, become loathsome, melt away. To reject, despise, refuse. To reject, refuse. To despise, to be rejected. Because they follow the ways of Esau, Edom, their spiritual father on the left-hand side, which the 2/3 follow, man. Jesus Christos, Islam, Buddhism, Taoism, worshiping Eve, self-worship, so on and so forth. But enough of me rambling. Let's get Jeremiah 6:29 and 30 again and then wrap on up. This is Jeremiah 6:29, and it reads, the bellows are burned, the lead is consumed of the fire, the ICBM missile heat. The founder melteth in vain, for the wicked are not plucked away, the wicked of our nation. Reprobate silver shall men call them, because the Lord Yahweh Bashim Shai had rejected them. So, we don't want to be rejected. We want to be accepted. So, take the correction on the chin. It's for your growth. So, don't want to do, too much more rambling. I think the point's been said. Adon Ratazah, Yahweh Ratazah, you found this lesson edifying. And in closing, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash. Double honors unto the head apostles of Great Millstone, who do rule well and teach well with sound doctrine. Shalom unto the elders and the elder bishops of Great Millstone as well. Peace, love, salutations, and blessings unto the hopeful elect, and a hearty shalom to the servants and prophets of Yahweh Bashim Shai, doing the work in truth and sincerity, spread across the four winds of the earth, giving diligence to make their calling and election sure. Shalom, shalom. And last but not least, a hearty shalom to the men of valor and DTA camps, the first camps I ever heard the truth from. Isaiah 62 verses 6 through 7. Ye that make mention of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Shai, keep not silence, and give him no rest day or night. To Jerusalem is a praise in the earth. So once again, Adon Ratazah, Yahweh Ratazah, I pray the lesson was edifying. And until next time, next live stream, next lesson, Shalom, DTA, Wa Abab Labal. Soon. Shalom.